motherfucker sing it. Come on, come on.
1, 2, 3 into the 4. Snoop Doggy Dogg and Dr. Dre is at your door, ready to make an entrance, so back on up.
Cause you know we about to fuck shit up.
Give me the microphone first so I can bust like a bubble. Compton and Long Beach together,
Come
now
on,
you know you in
Boston.
trouble. Ain't nothing but a G thing. Too loped out niggas, so it. And Doghouse is the label that we unfadable, so please don't try to fade this. But back to the lecture at hand.
That's right.
Perfection is perfected, so I'ma let them understand from a young G's perspective. And before me digging a bitch, I have to find a contraceptive. You never know, she could be earning a man and learning a man, and at the same time burning a man. Now if she burning, I'ma chill for a minute, cause ain't no pussy good enough to get burned while I'm up in it. And that's relevant, real deal, holy feel. And now your hookers and hoes know how I feel. Well, if it's good enough to get broke off a proper chunk, I have a small piece of some of that funky stuff. It's like this and like that and like this and it's like that and like this and like that and it's like this and like that and like this and Dre creep to the mic like a fan.
Well, I'm peeping and I'm creeping and I'm creeping, but I damn near got caught cause my beeper kept beeping. Now it's time for me to make my impression felt. So sit back, relax and strap on your seatbelt. You never been on the fry like this before. With a producer who can rap and control the maestro. At the same time with the dope rhyme that I kick. Nigga, you know and I know I flow some more funky shit to add to my collection. This selection symbolizes dope. Take a toke but don't choke. If you do, you have no clue of what me and my nigga Snoop Dogg came to do. It's like this and like that and like this and it's like that and like this and like that and it's like this. And who gives a fuck about those?
So just chill to the next episode.
Boston! Y'all with us in this motherfucker? Y'all still with us in this motherfucker? What?
Rolling back on that ass with the hellified gangster lean. Getting funky on the mic like an old batch of collard greens. It's the capital S, so yes, I'm pressure double O-P. Dico double G by Dico double G, you see.
What?
Showing much flex when it's time to wreck a mic. Pimping hoes and clapping a grip like my name was Dolomite. Hell yeah, and you don't quit. I think they in the mood for some motherfucking G shit. So Dre,
What up, dog?
gotta give them what they want.
What's that, G?
Gotta break them off something, and it's gotta be bumping.
It's where it takes place, so what lasts your attention? Mobbing with the dog pound.
Wow, wow, wow.
Dropping the funky shit that's making them sucker niggas mumble. When I'm on the mic, it's like a cookie, they all crumble. Try to get close in that ass and get smacked. My motherfucking homie Doggy Dogg has got my back. Never let me slip, cause if I slip, then I'm slipping. But if I got my Nina, then you know I'm straight tripping. And I'ma continue to put the rap down, put the Mac down. And if these bitches wanna trip, I have to put the smack down.
Hell yeah.
And you don't stop. I told you I'm just like a clock when I tick and I talk. But I'm never off, always on till the break of dawn.
C-O-M-B-T-O-N.
In that city they call Long Beach, putting this shit together like my nigga DOC. No one can do it better like this, that, and this, and it's like that, like this, and like that, and it's like this. And who gives a fuck about those?
So just chill.
Boston,
Till the next
come on,
episode.
say make money, money, make